Alright, so we got a little rain today, so I can't really do anything. Getting ready to paint this thing here pretty soon. Oh boy, doesn't that look dirty. Anyway, I got another disturbingly funny painter story, and it's about an RV and about my old boss. So it's kind of a little bit of a painter story, but it's really not. But I'll tell you real quick who my boss was. We painted with 5-man crew, an entire Sears. It's now Sears. It was in Citrus Heights. The one I remember. This is the one I remember doing it. We did tons of them in Citrus Heights. It's now a Sears store. It was a Montgomery Ward's. We painted with a 5-man crew. We did that in 7 days. And guess who did all the handwork? Me. All the rolling, cutting, and all that stuff. Back then, I was the cut man. That was a long time ago, so it was in the 90s. But anyway, I want to tell you this story about my old boss. And the reason I stayed with him is because I learned a lot of the stuff from him about how to do that, you know, that fast and that accurate and get paid and make, you know, that was like a $80,000 job. You want to think about that for a second. That's some money. So anyway, and that was back in the 90s. So anyway, I'll tell you about this funny painter story about him. He was such an asshole. I mean, he was the worst asshole you'd ever meet, but he was the super, super nice guy. He was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the same sentence. So he decided one day he never went on vacation. He wouldn't go anywhere. He wouldn't do anything. And his kids are all messed up. A bunch of them ended up on drugs, little Frank's kids, and some of them are really good kids now, but they, you know, they're older. They're my age, you know. But yeah, his kids had a lot of problems when they were kids. Obviously, you'll see why when I tell you this video, or this story. But so he decides one day he would never go on vacation and everything else. His wife's bugging him, says, "Hey, we got to go do something. We got to do something." So he decides one day he went out and bought himself an RV, and that's why I got a video of this RV. And he decides, hey, I'm going to go out and we're going to go on vacation. The kids are all excited. They're like, woo, man, our dad's going to go on vacation. We're going on vacation, all right. So he gets everything ready. He gets it all in the RV. He goes out, and I think they drove out to, I think it was like Mount Whitney, which is like about a 3-hour drive or 4-hour drive from Yorba Linda, where they lived. And so he drives all the way out there, and he's got his motorhome and all this stuff. He bought the motorhome and everything, paid, you know, cash for it and everything. Went out, goes out and sits down. He's like out there and gets the kids out. The kids are running all over the place. They're playing ball. They're doing stuff, throwing the football around or whatever, having a great time. And everybody's having a good time. And Frank's sitting in his chair outside the RV, and he's going, "Well, okay, all right. This is a vacation, all right." He's the guy, he worked 7 days a week. He just didn't stop. So this is the things I wouldn't follow of him. And but I learned from him what not to do and what to do. So he's out there and he's sitting there in his chair and he's going, "Oh, wow, this is vacation. All right, okay." And he's out there about 3 or 4 hours, and he starts talking to his wife. He goes, "Oh, I'm bored and this is boring." And he gets there about 3, 4 hours going on. And he goes, "Well, okay, you guys, let's go." He puts everything back in the RV. The kids are totally upset. He puts everything back in the RV, and he drives all the way back home. He says, "That's it for vacations. We're not doing that anymore." All right, so that's the truth, man. That's the guy I work for. He was a pain in the ass. Talk to you in the next video.